Thank you for letting me follow the booze and the unicycles. That was a great thing. This is my first. Okay, I'm going to go. I have to warn you, there's going to be some audience participation. It's not much, so don't worry about it. As a creative professional, I'm often asked by clients if we need to redo our employer brand. And you think my answer as a creative professional would be, yes, absolutely, let's get started. But I wouldn't be a disruptor if my answer was always, yes, let's get started. Perhaps the best way to deal with the question, should we redo our employer brand, is to ask another question. And that question is, are you letting your current employer brand, audience participation, say the word breathe with me. Everybody breathe. Inhale, exhale. Doesn't that feel nice? So why are we asking this question? Well, it has to do with several factors. One of them is called creative fatigue, and I'll explain. When you were originally crafting your employer brand, you probably engaged a recruitment marketing agency or similar organization, and they followed a method. They got to know your company, they asked them questions, they uncovered some findings, they wrote a report, they honed an EVP, they put together some messaging and designs, they did some ad testing, they finalized the messaging, they came up with a marketing plan, and an employer brand was born. And so when you were first engaged in creating that brand, everything was exciting and new, there was a tingle in the air. But during the brand's 3 to 6 to 12 months of internal development, you went from this to thinking, our brand's really cool, it's really pretty solid. Going from this to this is creative fatigue. The thing is, not a single member of your external recruiting audience has had this experience with your brand yet, and they deserve to. And the audience after that deserves it, and after that, and after that, and after that. The point is, your employer brand deserves more time in the marketplace than you think. This next reason comes to us from our friends at Yale University. It's the Yale model of persuasive communication. And it says that all major communications mature in a predictable way, and those stages can be observed and categorized. Most employer brands achieve at the middle level. This is a fine place to be. It says your employer brand is doing its job, it's getting the job done. The tendency here to think, however, is if we're doing this well with our current brand, let's put a new brand out there and do even better, which may or may not be the case. If you give your employer brand more time, it can achieve at a completely different level. It can reach iconic status, which means your employer brand is known by most, if not all, of your recruiting audience, so they're pre-sold on your company. It means you're making your competitors jealous because your brand is doing so well. And it means your brand is beginning to be known outside of your industry, capturing a whole new universe of job candidates. Isn't that nice? And so the time, money, and resources you're not spending on redoing your brand can be leveraged elsewhere. They can be leveraged to make your current brand even more effective and powerful. Maybe you invest in that major video campaign that features everybody from your CEO on down. You put the vids on your website, populate your YouTube channel, take them to live recruiting events, use them to make your social media presence more social and immediate. Maybe you invest in making your employer brand more powerful internally. Let your current employees live, breathe, and own the brand. Turn them into brand disciples. Let them spread the word and do some organic recruiting for you. Maybe you invest in the ultimate 40-foot RV. Wrap it in your employer brand. Travel to college campuses, give that graduating class a recruiting experience they'll always remember and that they'll talk about with their friends and colleagues. It's all because you let your current employer brand, say it with me one more time, breathe. Inhale, exhale. Doesn't that feel nice? So am I saying you should never redo your employer brand? There are times when you absolutely should. That's another talk. What I'm saying is before you redo your employer brand, just ask this one question first. Are you letting your current brand, one more time, breathe, inhale, exhale. Doesn't that feel nice? That's it, that's my time, that's my talk.